Welcome, Leo. My name is Emiel. This is a general and collective reading, so you're welcome to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll be going to lay out your spread and then clarify them cards one by one. Thank you, Spirit. Past energy for Leo. One card as past energy for Leo. Two will do as well. Interesting. Energies for the presence for Leo. Present energy for Leo. Well, that's too many. Maximum 2 cards. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit cards and high self for Leo. I guess that's just so present energy and future energy. And the bottom of the deck represents the theme of the reading. 6 of Swords. That is about transition, help coming from unexpected places, quiet movement, successful expansion after a period of difficulty, crossing thresholds, changes, realignment. 6 stands for balance and harmony, and swords are about the intellectual, the psychological, the mind, to be specific. And in your past you have the Strength card and Knight of Pentacles. The Strength card represents the sign of Leo, and it's pretty much Leo energy, or it is Leo energy. So strength is about gentle influence and strength, courage, fierce serenity, innocence, pure thoughts and actions, honesty, tranquility, gentle leadership, flexibility and strength in the face of uncertainty, purity and integrity. And let's clarify that while we are at it. Thank you, Spirit. Clarify the Strength card in the past. Two clarifications, one for each card. Even though I haven't read the description for Knight of Pentacles yet, or have explained. The bottom of the deck for me is always the theme of either, if it's in this situation, it's the theme of the reading, or in the situation where I laid out the spread, it was about it was the general energy of the reading, but in this situation it's the general energy of the clarification. So that clarifies. And now that I realize I actually use the same deck, so I'm going to switch that up in a bit. 5 of Wands. Rivalry, there. Challenges, comparison, I need to collaborate, infighting or trying to outdo one another, friendly competition. 5 is about change. Wands in this situation is about competition. It can be it can be some kind of conflict because of comparison. Hope that makes sense. So, Knight of Pentacles is about productivity and diligence paying off, hard work, steadfastness, determination, safety, planting and tending seeds for the future, financial security and foundations, and clarified by Seven of Pentacles. That's about a pause, assessing your progress, perseverance, the long game, investments, manifesting for the future, gratitude, and diligence. And I've this past energy with the Strength card and Knight of Pentacles. It's also clarified by Four of Emotions, Four of Cups. Four of Cups is an interesting energy. It's an energy of boredom or missing out on the wonderful things in front of you or the feeling of it. It's about dissatisfaction, seeking better opportunities, failing to see the bigger picture, a time to contemplation and meditation. Time for contemplation and meditation, not to, excuse me for that. Speaking error. Four is about stability, emotions in general, or cups symbolize, emotion and relations. So that's everything from friends, family, or anything else, of course. Whatever resonates. Let's put that aside because I mistakenly used that one and go to the right deck and clarify the present energy, which is Ten of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So let's first explain Ten of Materials, Ten of Pentacles, and then I'll clarify it. I feel like that works best for me, and it also provides everyone with a lot more insight and just awareness about what it could be about. Tens are about a ending and a new beginning in one number. 10 is about completion. Pentacles is about the physical materials, so that symbolizes one's physical health, one's financial situation, one's career, and one's living situation. But Ten of Pentacles in general is about material success, family, creating a legacy, a prosperous community, a dynasty of love and wealth, including and helping others, harvest season. Let's clarify that. Thank you, Spirit Guides, and Higher Self. Well, when I actually pick the right deck, it's actually very effortless. Oh, Six of Swords. So you're moving from turbulent waters into a better situation or a better state of being, a better reality for yourself, a healthier situation, a more sustainable reality. Six, once again, is about balance and harmony. Sword is about the psychological, the mental, the mind. So, Six of Swords is about transition, help coming from unexpected places, quiet movement, successful expansion after a period of difficulties, crushing thresholds, changes and realignment. I think you had that as a clarification in the And yeah, you have that as a clarification in the past in the other deck as well. So you have been in a very challenging situation, but now you are in the transition of moving from that situation, and it makes perfect sense. It's clarifying ten of Pentacles. It's kind of spiritual and material abundance. And Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is regarding either romance, dating, or some kind of loving support from either a friend or family member. But Knight of Cups is very often some kind of passionate love offer. Usually. To be sure about that, let's throw out a third deck and clarify Knight of Cups. What is this Knight of Cups about, to be specific? Thank you, Spirit. So, Knight of Cups clarified by Six of Swords once again. So all that you need to know is regarding this situation in the past and the present, regardless, you're moving from turbulent waters and into a better direction, a better sustainable destination regarding the psychological, the mental, and also the physical, because truth be told, everything is energy, so everything happens in the metaphysical before it does in the physical, because everything is energy. Even this table is made of energy. It's just the lowest frequency that energy is allowed to be in, so it becomes physical. And yeah, I don't want to get too deep into metaphysics, because I could probably go for a long time, and also I'm not the best to expand on that topic, but yeah, I do my best to make it make sense. Even though it does, but it can be hard to understand if it doesn't. Yeah. Let me just go to the next part of your present energy, Ace of Cups. Aces are about something new. Cups are about relations or emotions. Typically, as I always say about cups, the essence of cups is relations, friendships, family, or anything else, of course, whatever resonates. But Ace of Cups is about new relationships, new relations, and as just said, that can be anything, whatever resonates. Exciting new feelings emerging, compassion and creativity, emotional intelligence, and the intuition of the heart. A time to connect with any represented emotions, healing, unblocking, creativity. Let's clarify. Thank you, Spirit, Guides, and Higher Self. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups for Leo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Let's get a clarification. Well, that was a few. Can we get two at maximum? Thank you, Spirit. Clarify Ace of Cups, please. Ace of Emotions. So I'm just gonna read these cards. It came out like this, and I'm also gonna expand at the bottom of the deck to get a little more get a little more to find out what this is about. So the clarification of Ace of Cups. First we have these cards. We have Seven of Swords, which is about betrayal and deception. Someone sneaky, someone going behind someone's backs and pretending to be one way in your face or in someone's face, regardless. Right now I don't know who this energy is, but we are going to expand a little bit on that just to clarify fully. We are kind of short on time, so let's go through this. So Seven of Swords, it's a deceiving energy, an energy of deception, of betrayal, trickery, thievery, not being honest, and sometimes not paying attention to what's really going on or realizing what's really going on. Is about a con artist, a copycat, seeing past the deceit. So that's a theme of this card. And you have the Star, Four of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Tower. The Star card, that's an interesting one. It's about renewed hope, expectations, positivity, dreams arriving, rewards, divine timing, opportunities, seeing the beauty in your situation. That Four of Cups energy, you already had that as a clarification earlier. It is emotional dissatisfaction. It's missing out on the wonderful things in front of you, or being dissatisfied, boredom, seeking better opportunities. It's that disappointment, and yeah, it's like this negative polarized energy focusing on the bad rather than the good right in front. So the best advice with this card is to try to focus on what's going right, or what is at least has opportunities, or sometimes we just need to let things be as they are, because this too shall pass, whether it's regardless of it's a thing that brings us anything useful, or if it's a challenge. No matter what, everything that exists and happens is actually for our best. Sometimes it's just hard to see in the moment. The best advice is to detach from the outcomes and from the situation. Acceptance is key here. And yeah, I don't know really how more specific to say it. Acceptance and let go, and what is meant to be will be, and what isn't meant to be will never actually be sustainable. It won't stand. So I'm not saying whether it's one or the other. I'm just saying do your best to focus on the positive, because next up you have Ace of Swords. This is a very positive card in this situation. Ace of Swords is about a flash of clarity, a fresh and freshness, a revelation, a new paradigm, visionary thinking, new goals and realities. So Swords is about the mental, the psychological, the mind, And aces are about something new, new ideas, new ways of thinking, new ways of perception. It can be anything, but it's something new regarding the mind, regarding the psychological existence of you, regarding your perceptions, regarding anything related to the mind, regarding you, of course. And the tower, that's perception of reality falling apart, or illusions coming to light. But the tower represents a foundation built on unequal ground falling apart. So the tower symbolizes sudden change, sudden permanent change. It's major. It's from the major arcana, so it's permanent, and or not permanent, but it's prominent energy, because we have the major arcana and the minor arcana. The minor arcana, of course, have the different swords and suits, and the major arcana have all the big changes and moments and situations of life. So some people read in reverse. I don't do that yet, because it doubles as much of remembering the different card meanings, but that's not the meaning. My philosophy on the tarot is that we already have so many cards. We have 78 cards, and each card is a different scenario, a different energy. But of course, reversals can help. I've actually, not to make this not to make this all about me or anything, or speak, and because I'm going to read the tower next up, but I just want to say, never mind, fuck that. Excuse me for my language, but that's just how it's gonna be. Tower is about unexpected change, a massive shift. Sorry for rambling there. I don't know what went through me. Beliefs shattered, paradigms flipped, opportunity to rebuild your life in new ways, being flexible, finding shots of light in the shadows. So the tower is anything that isn't for you falling apart, and in the dust settling, after the dust settling of it all, the tower falling apart, the pieces left will be ready to be merged together, collected, and made into your new sustainable reality in, yeah, the really present, the really near future, or just the present, because it's clarifying Ace of Cups. But we're not done yet, because doing something half is just unproductive, and yeah, it's a waste of time. But you have this Eight of Wands energy, which is a very, very fast moving energy, regarding the energy, not regarding physical movement. It is energetic movement. So it's, I suppose it could be some kind of fast elevation, or just fast moving energy, but not in a physical sense. And as the last card for your future, you have Muse of Inspiration, so King of Wands. Quite fitting. So King of Wands is about spontaneous creation and inspiration, taking a risk, charging ahead, following your dreams, fast output, action, enthusiasm, and the galloping pulse that gets things done, impulsiveness and haste. So that's pretty much a lot of your energy too. No, it was King, not Knight. excuse me for the last description, is about inspirational success. An inspired leader's visionary thinking, big thinking, the ability to bring many moving parts together into one large story, remaining inspired, taking actions, making sure that you don't create unrealistic expectations for yourself, or just in general having too many expectations or having too specific expectations about outcome or anything like that, because that is not your friend. I'm here to tell you, it is ruining our appreciation of the result. The more detached and the more trusting we are that the universe, life, God, whatever you want to call it, has everything under control, and everything that we do not see is already seen by the divine, and everything is divinely orchestrated. So there is nothing that has ever gone bad. That is nothing that that has happened that shouldn't happen. Let me say that. So that was your main reading. Let's get some oracle cards for you, which is just some specific advice on what to do, what to focus on at this time when this message finds you. Thank you, Leo, once again for watching. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope that anything resonated. If it did, I hope that it brings a little bit of, or at least a little bit, or whatever you are open to, but I hope it serves you well. That's what I mean. Just me rolling around in the words I'm trying to say. Thank you, Spirit. What does Leo need to know at this time when this message finds them? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that was a few, but we're going to use them all. We're going to take them all. Also the bottom of the deck. So move that over there. I know this ain't exactly straight, but find a balance. Between every thought, there is stillness. And when thinking becomes effortless, in the sense that it isn't an activity that we are indulging or that we are investing our energy and time in, it is more like something that just happens, because thinking is actually, it belongs to the universe, because there is two types of thinking. There is us, the identity that keeps going through the mind and thinking about the same stuff again and again. That is the activity of thinking. And then there is effortless thinking, that is just being. It is an effortless existence where thoughts randomly pop up as they are supposed to. So that is another way of thinking, and it's completely connected to a higher state of being. And I suppose you could call that channeling. Blah, blah, blah. Embrace the flow of life, because when you go where life takes you and accept everything as it is, as it shows up, you are making it easier to engage and to, let's just say, swimming upstream isn't the best decision. Swimming upstream will either drown you or make you extremely tired, and you will have achieved nothing. But as soon as you just let the flow of life, let the river take you wherever life takes you, and I suppose that is about taking every lesson and every blessing much more seriously. And you have leave the past behind, because the past is no more. The past belongs in the past. It has been, and it is no longer reoccurring. But sometimes the perceptions and the the result of the past, let's say that, lingers and reoccurs, and to let it go, that is, it takes forgiveness and acceptance, and it takes willingness to move forward regardless of the where one is or how one has overcome, because nothing you have ever been through or nothing you will ever go through ever will define you in any way. It cannot and it will not, because you are not what you perceive to be. You are much more than that. You are much more. You just are. That's the best explanation I can give you at this time. You just are the universe in human form. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be effortlessly unique, to be effortlessly you as you choose to show up in this life, in your own divinity. Open up to chance, because unexpected things, or the best in life, comes in unexpectedly, and the best is always, unexpected. Changes sometimes take some decisions, even though one cannot see the full picture. But in those situations, it's very, 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 very important to take, or to use your intuition, to trust your intuition, and to use your discernment, and to trust that. I see it this way: intuition and discernment. It's intuition, first of all, is emotional intelligence, and discernment, that is wisdom. So it is both the masculine and the feminine, the divine of both genders or energies, because genders are physical, energies are just metaphysical. It can be anything. Take a breather, literally breathe, as I've said many times, deeply and slowly, fully in and fully out. Trust the process, relax, because it's the challenges of life and everything that is occurring is taking you where you're supposed to go. So trust in the process. It's all occurring for you, not to you. So life is happening for your best, and not to drag you down, but to make you stronger. Thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching. I wish you blessings, peace and prosperity. Be well, love and light.